Hello, everyone. My name is Philip Dunn with the United States Black Chamber. I want to thank you all for joining us this afternoon. We're pleased to partner with the ladies of the Career Mavericks every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the month of April. Entrepreneurs and career strategists Alysha M. Campbell and Jessica Sinclair have decided to collaborate to offer workshops that actually work. Understanding who you are is one thing, but understanding who you are as a business owner is another. Together, they form Career Mavericks to help small business owners like yourselves leverage your strengths and to ensure profitability, success, and sustainability. Jessica, Alysha, how are you this afternoon?
We are so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Great, great. I'm going to turn it over to you. Let's go.
Okay.
Well, thank you everybody for taking the time, as Phil said, to connect with us, the Career Mavericks. That's myself and Jessica. And today we are so excited to be talking to you all about Confidence Boosting 101. So a little bit of an agenda. So a little bit of an introduction of who we are, how we came together, why confidence is important. And then we're going to go through step by step the framework for building an authentic, calm confidence. And then with that, we will end off with some Q&A. So a little bit about who we are, the Career Mavericks. Phil gave a little bit of some insight into this, but we came together, Jessica and I, as two women of color on a mission to help cultivate and produce high performance students and young adults to change the way they work in organizations and individually. I am an HR leader with over 10 years experience in the talent and management industry. And in 2018, I started my own consultancy firm called Culture Shift HR. And Jessica Sinclair is the founder of Network Like You Mean It, which is a workshop that provides tips on how to identify, cultivate, and maintain meaningful relationships through networking. She's also an Amazon bestseller, and in the next couple of weeks, she will be doing her keynote on Network Like You Mean It here right with everybody. So to get things started, it is so important for us to understand why confidence is so important. And the reason that it's important that we draw back the layers and really start to analyze and look at confidence is because it gets in our way in so many moments in our life when we don't even realize that it's hindering us. So for example, without confidence, we can't have the freedom from self-doubt, and we have negative thoughts about ourselves. We constantly undercut who we are. We don't speak about our abilities. We don't talk about our accomplishments or everything that we've done so great in life. And that could be a real hindrance in helping you connect with people and to relate to other people in your social network or your friends and your family. Confidence also helps you experience more fearlessness and less anxiety. So you don't feel like, oh my goodness, who am I around? How do I start a conversation? You're also willing to take more smart risks and really move beyond your comfort zone. Maybe there's a job you want to go for. Maybe there's a new idea or business you want to start. If you don't have the confidence to do that, you're getting in your own way. So confidence is so important for you to take those bold moves and truly change your life. And then lastly, having greater freedom from social anxiety. Some of us just don't do great in social settings, and it can even be more nerve-wracking being virtual as well. So making sure that you don't let any environment stop you from bringing your best self to the table is so important. And we are here to help you. So with Jessica's amazing tips, you are truly going to understand how to boost your confidence and get out there and truly be your authentic self. And with that, I'm going to hand it off to Jessica.
Thank you so much, Alysha. Thank you to each and every one who is on this call today, this workshop rather. Showing up is how you build your confidence. So let's get started. I'm all about tips. I'm a nurse. We're all about systems. So tip number one, we're going to deep dive right into this right now. So I hope you guys are ready. Get your pen out, get your notebook out, if you will. So tip number one is know your why. Why? Why are you here? What is your purpose? Define your why allows you to focus in on your strengths and also on your weaknesses. if you are out there with a product, if you are out there trying to get a job and you are not confident knowing who you are, other persons will start to mold you. Let me say that again. You have to define your why. What is your purpose? What is going to keep you going when you get no's? What's going to keep you going when you don't get the call back, right? Because we're in this world today where there's so much clutter, there's so much noise, there's clout. Everybody wants to be the best at something. You have to define your why first. And to do that, it takes some deep diving into who you are. So again, what I love to do, I'm a list girl. I always have a list with my strengths and my weakness, and you will fall in between. Okay. And once you define your why, you will now be unstoppable because no one can tell you anything, period. You know what you bring to the table, right? You're flexible, but you know who you are. You have a steady foundation. I'm very big on foundation. You build it brick by brick. Just think of a house, right? Your house can't stand on its own. It has to have layers. Define your why. And with that, just take a moment today, take a moment tomorrow, and really look at the things that you're great at and things that you need to work on. Be honest with yourself is also within this tip. It's okay if you don't know how to do everything, write a letter for a grant. It's okay if maybe you're not the best graphic designer. Understanding your why will allow you to know what you need to work on. So please know who you are and what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. Tip number 2, for me, it's all about mindset, right? It's all about the internal. Once you're good internally, you externally will exude that, right? So positive mindset, celebrating small wins is so big. Again, everything looks so big on social. Everyone looks like they nailed a deal, they nailed a contract. And sometimes the small wins, we're like, oh my God, it's nothing. It is something, right? You also want to follow positive-minded people. Very big. When I was starting out as an entrepreneur in the beginning, I felt flustered. I'm like, no one in my circle is doing it. I'm a failure, right? And so when I did a mindset shift, I started joining talks like this, coming to a Zoom, joining groups on social media. Facebook groups are amazing. Find a group where you can thrive in. Find a home base of positive-minded people. You know, there's Tony Robinsons of the world are out there. They have podcasts. Try to absorb the content that they're putting out, right? Thought leaders on boosting confidence. You have a podcast. Her name is Ong Ming. I'll actually put her name in the chat. Phenomenal podcast on inner thought and exuding that. And so I say that because a lot of times we are in our own mind. We think that we're not doing great. Another thing I've learned as a nurse is self-reflection. Not every shift is going to be the same, right? Not every, as an MC as well, not every wedding, not every conference is going to be the same. Self-reflection. Take a moment to say, okay, what did I do right? And then what did I do wrong, right? The wrongs for me are my biggest challenges, right? It makes me nervous, but I love to make a wrong right. I think there's a song, it takes two to make a good thing right.
Yeah.
Sometimes, right, guys? Sometimes it takes more than one wrong to get it to the right. So please believe in the wrongs, right? And I don't want us to just focus on the negative, but the negatives make such a big win when we get it right. So jot down ways to boost that mindset. And for me, it's following people on social media that can give me tips and tricks, right? Also with a positive mindset, producing great thoughts. Okay, so here's an example of this, right? As a nurse, I'm getting kind of scientific, but our brain is conditioned to produce 10 negative thoughts a day. It takes so much energy for our brain to produce one positive thought. Let that sink in. Our brain is hardwired to produce negative thoughts. That's a lot of negative thoughts coming into your brain every day. So you have to work so much harder to produce a positive mindset. So it's bigger than you is what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen that are tuning in. So you have to work extra hard to get that positive mindset in. Self-reflection. I dare you to self-reflect after this workshop. I dare you to self-reflect tomorrow. What went well? What didn't work well? Another thing with positive mindset, I have a jar and it's my positive thought jar. I drop a Post-it, I'm the Post-it queen, and I'm going to show you these visuals here. Can you guys see it? And this one says, thoughts change the world. Boom, that goes in my positive jar. At the end of the month, I collect them all. It's so big for us to see things that we write down. I'm very visual. And behind me, you will see a whole wall. Those are positive affirmations. And we'll talk a little bit about that after this slide. But your thoughts change the world. I challenge you to go to Staples and get this Post-it, get a Post-it in color. I'm very big on color. We don't want white Post-its. Get these colors. The yellows, they're bright. You can see them in the dark, child, please. I have them right next to me at night because sometimes when we're laying down, that's when our body, of course, is more relaxed. And that's when we do produce our positive thought when we're laying down. So think about that as well. Tip number 3. Oh, nope, no worries. Yes. So this is a daily affirmation that I was explaining to you guys about, the 21-day morning affirmation. This is Bible. This is something that I have to do every morning when I wake up, right? I don't know what millionaire out there, what billionaire out there does not do a 21-day affirmation. I took the challenge. I challenge you guys to do the same thing. If you can just carve out, this will take 10 seconds to do, and I would love for us to do it. I'm going to go through it together right now, and I would love for us to do it together. So I would have you guys unmute yourself. So the 21-day affirmation goes something like this, right? I am powerful. I am wealthy. I am confident. I am high frequency. I am fearless, right? I am peaceful. I am relaxed. I am creative. I am loved. I am successful, right? You have to be intentional with your ask, right? This universe is so big. Do not say an affirmation if you truly do not believe in it. And so again, putting this work out there, it takes time for it to come back. You guys have to be strategic. You just have to be strategic with confidence boosting. This is a job in itself. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that every day I feel like a winner. I do not, but I work at it every single day. And I know there's a question here about the podcast. Once I am done, I just want to make sure I tell you the right name of it. So just bear with me. And she's amazing. So can we do this together? Can we do this together, guys? Can we do this affirmation together? Could we unmute persons, Alysha or Phil? Is there a way?
Let me see. I don't think I can on my end.
Okay.
Let me see how many people.
Give me a second to see if that's something that we can do. Let's see.
Okay. And let me get
actually, who would like to participate in the 21-day morning affirmations? Raise your hand. Use the raise your hand button. All right. I'm seeing Desi Speaks, Cameron Spiller, Wanda Shaw. I'm going to do this too, guys.
Please, let's do it.
I feel it.
Yes, and I feel it. My energy, if you guys
yes.
It is exuding because it's so powerful. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little flushed. It's so big. My energy right now is saying something to me. So if you will, we can do this together. I want my energy to go through this computer right now. It's really happening in real time. I'm excited. All right, so we have Desi Speaks, we have Philip, and that's okay. We can do it with us too. And that really quick, before I forget, guys, I'm going to just jot this in. I don't want to forget. And it is called, rightfully so, affirmation. Affirmation. I can't spell right now.
As you're writing that, Evelyn, can you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Evelyn Baldwin. I actually registered under the my church email. I'm the finance ministry leader at my church, but I actually work as an HR officer for the federal government. And I got the email, I saw the tweet and joined because I do definitely feel that my confidence level is teeter-totting, and I have less confidence in other people. people have more confidence in me than I have in myself. And I always question my ability to be eligible for positions that I could actually apply for. Even though I probably have the qualifications. See, I said probably.
You
I
know, you
have the
have it. So,
qualifications.
right.
I
I was
have
going
it.
to switch that right there, sis. Like, no, no, no,
I
no.
caught myself.
Thank you. Thank you for catching it, because I was on top of you just now. Like, I'm not playing around. Okay. So those are the words that we're talking about, right? The self-doubt. We didn't even get into that yet. The self-doubt. You are psyching yourself out. If someone can see something into you, take that to the bank, right? Because we can't,
Right.
there's a third eye, right? And so we don't
Right.
see what they see. You have to walk in your purpose. You have to know your why. That's why tip number 1, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? You will fall in between, but everyone can't be lying, Evelyn. There's some truth into what you're putting out there. You have to believe
Right.
you are the problem. You are the
Right.
problem. We got to fix that. All right.
Absolutely.
And we will fix that today. So I would love for you to join me in this affirmation. We're going to do one good time, and then you guys will get a copy of this as well. This is a challenge. It's a 21-day morning affirmations. I am telling you, your life will change. Even if it's slight, you will feel that energy that I just exuded on camera. Right? That wasn't fake. That wasn't like graphics. I don't have like special things in my room. All right. So let's do it. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So I will count us off, and then we'll just go. All right. So 1, 2, 3. I am
powerful.
I am
wealthy.
I
I
am
am confident.
I am
I am
high
high frequency.
I am fearless.
fearless.
I am fearless.
I am
I am
peaceful.
peaceful.
Mm.
I am
relaxed.
Relax.
I
I
am
creative.
yes.
I am loved.
I
I
am
am
Love.
successful.
I am
I am successful.
And lastly, I am intentional with my acts. Give it to me.
I am
I am
intentional.
intentional with my acts.
I act.
Perfect.
Yes.
Every morning. Yay! Every morning for 21 days. I wish I could be in your house. Like, did you do it? But just think about me going like this. All right. Screenshot that, screenshot that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Alysha. Thank you. Next slide, please. Okay. So again, tip number 3, right? We spoke a little bit about the confidence and the mindset, but your appearance is everything. On a day when I'm not feeling my best, I put on a red lipstick. And then I started saying to myself, well, why only put it on when I'm not feeling my best? Why not put it on every day? So this is a reminder that I'm living my best life. So hence my red lipstick. And this is more for the ladies, this part, but I challenge you ladies to get a bold color. Get a bold color on the lip, because it forces you to smile. You see what I just did here? Automatic, you put on a red lip just by the motion of putting on a lipstick, your mouth is getting ready to smile. I challenge you guys to, my ladies out there, to get a bold color on the lip. We are in a society, once again, where it's pretty superficial. The America overall is very different than the Jamaicas of the world, right? The Muslim countries of the world. So here, body image it's a big thing, right? You see women and men talking about getting bullied and stuff like that. So we don't want persons to not want to work with us because of what we look. It is what it is. There's nothing that we can do about it. Make sure when you guys are showing up, even on a virtual platform, you make sure that you're looking your best, because people see before they see you speak, if you will. So your appearance definitely matters, and your self-image. What does your social media look like, right? Confidence goes both ways. Everyone kind of looks like a model on social media. What does your headshot look like? And so when I'm saying this, because I need you guys to understand the standard, right? The basic standard of good lighting for a LinkedIn profile, a social media profile like an Instagram. It's just standard. You have to rise to the occasion. Have on a nice crisp white shirt. For my guys, for my ladies, white looks so great on our skin. It allows us to exude confidence. You don't want to be slunched over, right? You want to stand up. I don't know if you guys are sitting down right now, both of my feet are planted firm on the ground. It's very important that you can feel the ground underneath. It allows you to feel firm like a tree. as someone that does yoga, we always start off with a tree pose, right? Very intentional pose. You want to stand firm and grounded on the floor. So I challenge you to show up in a bold color. Remember, confidence is about you, but also it receives confidence. It attracts confidence rather on the other end. And it allows you to be memorable. I wore this shirt today for a reason. It's nice outside. I have my little yellow on because I want you guys to see that. I want you guys to remember, right? Remember Jessica. Oh my God, she was instructed with the yellow earring. It's the little things that count, ladies and gentlemen, that allows you to boost that confidence. If a guy wants to wear, instead of a brown suit, wear that navy suit, wear that power navy, wear that money green. Entrepreneurs, where are you guys? Stand up, right? And so once you look the part, you feel the part, right? So please get your social medias in line. If you guys come back for the networking workshop, we'll deep dive more on social, but your appearance matters. Also, can we go back really quick? Oh, okay, we can do this slide really quick. So this gentleman here, he's smiling. First of all, we Googled 10 million people. I like this shot because his hand is in his pocket. He's engaging with his foot stance. And I used to be a dancer. I used to do a lot of different things. My mom wanted me in everything, right? This planter, right, is welcoming. It's not that he's focused. I wish I can do a little stick figure, but his stance is showing that he's ready to engage. Nice smile, nice haircut. He's ready to play ball. So smiling, check. Haircut, check. Nicely dressed, check. Clean attire. I don't see any stains on his shirt or anything like that. And engaging body language. This guy's ready to close the deal, right? Also, what I wanted to mention before we go to the next tip is, what are the foods that we're eating, guys? You know, we're in a pandemic still, right? We understand that our community were attacked by COVID-19. Were they really attacked? No, they were living their life. And it's not their fault. When I say they, our communities have food deserts, and that's a whole different conversation. I don't want to get too technical, but what are we putting in our body that's going to boost our energy for us to take flight, right? Food groups. I need you guys to start going more green, right? So we're talking about the spinaches. We're talking about the kales. We're talking about juicing. Who can do a detox this month? Very big. And that is going to help you with that affirmation. I need us to detox at least once a month, period. And that's just blueberries, right? We need the antioxidants, okay? We need the super fruits, okay? We need the nuts that allows us to have more longevity in the day. I know, some persons are snackers when they're stressed. Snack right. Get some organic nuts, a little bowl right by your table, whatever that you need to do. Salmon, you need to eat more foods that have omegas, right? The omegas, the fatty acids, the good ones. You need to consume that. Okay, these foods are easy to be digested. I'm not saying don't eat a steak, but don't eat a steak. Okay, it takes 3 months for a steak to really get out of your digestive tract. And so I would rather you guys kind of do more of the lean, but again, I'm just here to educate. I can't tell you guys what to do, but these are the things that's going to make your skin glow, ladies and gentlemen, right? Have you a better pep in your step. This is a confidence boosting class, and I would not be doing you justice if I didn't tell you what to eat. Also, 6 to 8 glasses is a standard. Be real with me. Are you guys drinking 6 glasses of water a day? Someone say yes or no right now. Unmute yourself. Anyone out there?
Yes.
Who said that? Y'all telling the truth?
Evelyn. Yes.
Evelyn,
yep,
okay.
I do. Yep, I do. I don't drink sodas. I barely drink juice. All I drink is water.
Excellent, right? Other cultures are not even drinking soda. I have few friends in the Asian community. They're like, what is that? Green tea every morning. I challenge you, before you even put anything in your stomach, start your morning with a warm cup of water. Warm cup of water helps get anything that you ate the night prior off your chest. My Asian girlfriend, every morning she's drinking a warm cup of water. I have now done that before I even put anything in my stomach. Okay, 6 to 8 glasses, slice some lemon, infuse it, if you will, with some fruits and of that good stuff. But I know I'm getting carried away, but I just love this part of it because I need us to understand that internally we have to do better for us to be confident. We don't want to do business with someone that's sluggish. When you're sluggish, now you showed up late. Now you're affecting me, right? So I need us to always rise to the occasion the right way. And of course, keep your body in motion, exercise, and all that good stuff. All right, let's go. Next slide, right? So don't compare yourself. I know, Jessica, it's very easy to do. I know it's not, right? It's like a double-edged sword. You see somebody out there winning, it's winning season, they're living their best life, they're on a yacht. We do not know everyone's trajectory. Let me say that again. Things may look so easy for Alysha and Philip and everyone at the chamber, but we don't know their story. We don't know their journey. So we cannot continuously, and I'm Jamaican, we say, don't be bad-minded on someone else, meaning stay in your lane, right? You can't compare your chapter 10 to someone's chapter 1, right? You just begun. I don't know everyone's business level, but everyone is on a different playing field. Focus on yourself. How do you stay focused? The 21-day affirmation, drinking water. People always say minding your business. Now, I don't necessarily like that terminology. I want to kind of mind your business because what you're doing maybe can help me. I think that's the mindset shift that we have to change as African-American persons of color. Mind someone's business, but mind the good side of the business, right? See what you can use to take off. Use something that they're doing. It may work. I love to ask persons questions. I love to slide in someone's DM and say, you know what? This looks so interesting. How does it look so easy? People love questions. So this is for persons that are so consumed in somebody else's business that they're not minding their own. They're not taking off. They're not getting to the next level, because when you don't get to the next level, it happens because you are not confident and the self-doubt. And I'm going to pick on Evelyn because she said something earlier, like, can I believe in what people are saying? I'm just paraphrasing really quick, right? Because she is not to say that she's not, she's basically, I would say, comparing the others to herself is what she's doing. And she's phenomenal. She has the jazz. You have to believe in yourself. And the comparison will keep you in a rut. I'm talking from experience. My tips are from experience. These are not tips willy-nilly, okay? These are tips that allowed me to get out of the darkness, okay? It's not easy, but we have to be vigilant. We have to do the work, all right? And I know my tone is going up and down because I really want you guys to feel my energy that we have to do better. We just have to. Okay, tip number 5. Organization. Organization is very key here, because if you're all over the place, you're flustered, you're anxious, your blood pressure is now through the roof, right? Now your respiration, you're like, you're deep breathing all the time, right? I work in cardiology. It wasn't mentioned before. Every single day, I'm shocking a Black and brown person's heart. I'm a part of a team, a cardiology team, and not that I'm doing the EP, the doctor's there, the cardiologist there, and I'm putting you guys to sleep every single day, okay? I sedate patients, and why? They are not organized. They put family first. They eat the wrong stuff. That's why I went in before on the foods that we should be eating, okay? So you have to get organized so you're not at my OR, so you're not having a heart attack because you're putting too much on your plate. Women, we want to be the super women of the family, and we're not taking care of ourselves. How can we not take care of ourselves when we have people that are depending on us? We have to get more organized, ladies. We have to have notebooks. This one is all tattered. Like, this is my lifestyle. This says, be happy, be you. This is real. This is another notebook. Helps me with accountability, right? So one of the things that have allowed me, guys, to get more organized is understanding that my timing and your timing is 2 different things. I'm not going to kill myself to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning because Alysha wants to do a call. I say, Alysha, we got to pick a time. And I'm just picking on Alysha. She doesn't do this to me, thank God. But, I have to work at my own speed, number 1. And I have to work, and this is key for you guys to understand. I have to understand when is my power time. Write that down. When is your power time for you to execute? For me, it's around 1 o'clock. I don't know why, but that's when I got my groove. I'm typing away. I'm on the phone, right? We can't let other people dictate our timing, right? Because if you want to do a 2 o'clock in the morning call, I'm not going to be there. Organization is very key when you want to boost your confidence. So guess what? Figure out when is the best time of day, when you're like touching the sun, ladies and gentlemen, when you're at your highest peak. I need you to find that time, right? And then now that's when you're going to schedule your meetings, schedule your you time. When do you have time to go for that walk? When I follow Tony Robinson and all of these greats, they're telling me at 5 o'clock in the morning, they're on a treadmill, but that's their time. So you have to figure out your timing to get things done. I figured out working with Alysha this year that Google, I don't know, shame on me, I can schedule emails. I mean, the simplest thing like that, oh my God, I felt more confident. Schedule emails in advance. Persons do not know it's not you at 9 o'clock in the morning. And when you do that, you go into the email before you send it, you go to a drop down and it says schedule the time. That has helped my business a lot because I'm not doing it in real time. Do you have Tulio? Is it Trullo, Alysha? Trello. If you are in a space where you have a team, that works. Also Evernote, right? OneNote. Use things that are there at your fingertips. If you are not Gen Xers, team up with one. Get an intern that can help you use these gizmos, as I call it. I'm like 30 something. I'm saying the word gizmos. Oh gosh, what's going on with me? But these things work is what I'm saying. Get a team member on Fiverr. These people can help you with your organizational skills. And I want you guys to jot this down before I go to the next slide, right? Will it matter in 3 minutes? Will it matter in 3 hours? Will it matter in 3 days? Game changing. If there's nothing that you get out of this presentation, I want you guys to get this down pat, because now you're going to align yourself with these 3 pillars. It will help boost your confidence because now you're not running a race where you're going to lose. You're going to run a race that you can control. So will it matter in 3 minutes? Would it matter in 3 hours? And will it matter in 3 days? Excuse me, sorry. So that will help you align your organizational skills and use apps. For my ladies and gentlemen out there that are on social media, write down Planoly, right? And also Hootsuite. These are things that are going to help alleviate anxiety and boost your confidence in real time because it's going to schedule things for you. You still have to put the pictures and the content in, but now you freed yourself up in real time. So it will post on your behalf and you will schedule that as well. And I talk a little bit more about that in the Network Like You Mean It workshop. Okay. Tip number 6, practice. Practice, practice, practice. You want to be a singer? Record that voice, right? You want to be a grant writer? Are you writing? Are you carving out time to master that paragraph that nails that client? You know, grant writing, they say in the first 3 sentences, after that, they don't want to hear about whatever you're talking about. Master whatever art form that you're trying to create, right? If you're a minister, if you are a tech maven, if you will, are you working nuts? I always say nuts, but bolts to nuts on what you're trying to create. When you master something that you're working on, no one can tell you nothing. We have to start mastering things so we walk different. Confidence takes work. You have to practice on your craft. You can't just show up thinking you're the ish when you're really not, because competition is so fierce out there, right? We are creating businesses, but we're not necessarily thriving in our businesses because we're not getting the money that we're supposed to. And this is why this chamber is so important for us to join, because they keep us in the loop. But you can't want to be in the room. Everyone's like, oh, I want to be on the table. I want a seat at the table. Okay, are you prepared? Preparation is key. Are you ready? Because now Alysha and myself got you in the table. Now it reflects on us. So do you not want to win with us? And I'm saying this loosely, but you got to practice. You have to work on your stuff, guys. You have to. And so knowing that once you carve out things that are not important, and that is not time sensitive, this is why I said to jot down the 3 minutes and the principles, because you have to take time for yourself. You're going to burn out. You're going to be tired. You don't want to do the grant writing tonight. You don't want to work on the music piece tonight, or whatever, fields that you guys are in. You have to practice, because somebody else is going to eat that food for you, period. I'm keeping it 100%. This is why they hired us. I'm not here to fluff with you guys. It is time. It's 2021. You want to be at the table, you got to work for it. All right. So become the best version of yourself, record your voice. And I'm sorry, Alysha, let me just recap really quick. Record your voice, and also record yourself. What do you look like? Right? Because now that makes you more accountable. Are you fidgeting? Are you like, oh my God, looking around? That's not showing confidence, right? Make eye contact, lock them in. Practice. Okay, next one. Tip number 7, seasons. We just came out of winter, right? We are mammals. The last time I checked, we're all human. This is why the bear gathers and they go away, right? We are just like that. So understand that when the winter time comes, the yin and the yang, as I love Asian medicine. I think this is like my second reference to Asian medicine. Be gentle with yourself, guys. In the winter months, it's not necessarily time for you to be the whiz or getting an iconic moment. It's a time for you to rest. It's a time for you to self-reflect in the winter months. Write that down. Don't beat yourself up when you're feeling a bit lethargic. You are working against darkness. We have more dark in the winter. And that's a whole other conversation, a whole conspiracy. I think I have a whole conversation. I have a whole theory on that, why we have more darkness than light. But be gentle with yourself, guys, in the winter, right? Understand that a task may not get done, right? This is your time to get the water intake in. This is your time to exercise. This is your time to eat right. They say summer bodies are made in the winter. That is a fact, right? And also mindset shifting normally happens in the winter months, because it takes so much harder for you to feel positive. It's not you, it's the environment, okay? And in the winter months, I always have my high beam light on. Yup, I'm like, oh my God, where am I? Because I have this big light, but it's like, girl, wake up, And sometimes we have to shock ourselves, so we're not too much getting sunk into depression. Depression is real in the winter. It's a scientific fact. You can Google that. Okay, so understand that the winter months, you may not be at your best, but the springtime, honey, you got to be ready. You got to be ready, because you planted the seeds in the winter, guys. So in the summer months, we get longer sun, go outside. You planted the seeds, go for a walk, and understand that your body should be ready to take off in the spring and summer months. But in the winter is really what I want to hit home on, that depression in the winter is real. Okay, so you have to work a little bit harder, and also let your body rest a bit. Start planting the seeds. Get your reflection book. Like I told you, I have these 2 books, and just jot things down. This is very strategic that I got a book that says "Be Happy, Be You." It could have been a regular book, and the pages are white, but this is how I boost my confidence, because I'm always taking notes. Okay, so understand that rebirth happens in the spring for a reason. Tip number 8, collaboration. Love collaboration. I teach collaboration differently in my 2 different workshops, right? Collaboration here allows you to show your strengths. It allows you to also build trust when you're a new kid on the block, or if you are new to a group, a social group, a professional group. I consider the U.S. Chamber a little bit of both. It's a blend, right? Earlier, Philip had somebody introduce themselves, which is great, right? So now I listened to what Evelyn said. I said, oh my God, she's an XYZ field. maybe I can collaborate. And this is what I was talking about. I'll tell you about me and Alysha. Alysha was on a panel. It was, I believe we were the group that,
Manifest.
yes, exactly. Thank you, Alysha. Manifest, very great group. I suggest you guys follow them. They're a group that's all about the positive, right? I told you guys to follow some positive groups. Long story short, we weren't even on the same panel. I just saw this woman and I kind of like jumped into her session. Like, this lady keeps on smiling. What's wrong with this woman? You know? And I'm a smiler. It's my gem. It's how I get my check sometimes, right? I walk in, I smile because I want to be rememberable, but I'm a naturally energetic, high functioning person. And I emailed her and I said, you're an HR strategist. I don't know a lot about you, but what I like is that you're from Canada. I don't know that many Canadians, and perhaps her education is different than mine, which is 100% true, right? I'm a CUNY girl. I'm from New York City, went to CUNY, I live on the island. So I knew that pairing myself with Alysha definitely could help elevate me. There's times I'm like, she's a coach. I'm like, Alysha, can you help me on something? Absolutely, and vice versa. Collaboration allows you, it's like a free giveaway to collaborate because it allows people to get to know you with no strings attached. Build something with someone. Find a way to connect, guys, with someone that can show the best in you. And it allows you to show your value. So when a check comes or an opportunity comes, they'll say, oh my God, Jessica, teamed up with me effortlessly on this account. She didn't ask for $1. She just wanted to show her worth. Very big in our community. A lot of us do not want to collaborate for free. We're worried about the dollars. Show your value first, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying to be taken advantage of. I'm saying collaborate with someone to show your strengths. When you're a member, be an active member. Don't pay your dues and just donate. Say, hey, I'm great at social media. I'm a part of 100, I was a part of 100 Black women rather. And I knew I had some social media capabilities. And I said, hey, let me join the social media team. I end up being the second co-chair for social media just by volunteering. I used that on my resume. Oh my gosh, the rest was history. I don't do it as much, but show up, be an active member, collaborate. Very big for us. We don't collaborate well. And one of the reasons why we don't collaborate well, because we're comparing ourselves to other people. All of these tips, guys, they blend into the next one. This is very strategic why I put this list together. You have to know your value and what you bring at the table. And when you're in the room, you're going to thrive. You're going to thrive. Tip number 9.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a personality test that I would love for you guys to do. I'm going to jot it down. Alysha, do I have the name of the
Myers-Briggs.
Okay, so let me just jot this down.
There's also DISC as well, DISC.
This is the one I love. Okay, so let me jot this one down first. Myers-Briggs helps to identify strengths and weaknesses. I do this one often. And don't feel as if, okay, I did a personality test one, I'm moving on. No. And Alysha just mentioned another one. Alysha, what was the other one? If you want to type it in. DISC.
Mm-hmm.
How am I spelling that?
DISC. And those are free online as well.
Free. I used to say, if it ain't free, it ain't me. But sometimes you got to pay, guys. Mindset shift. I'm like, I'm like, oh my God, I got to pay for something. Buy. No, it's not buy. It's self-investment. I need you guys to do this personality test. And I would love to see if the chambers will allow us to follow up with you after, to see, what actually worked. I would love the feedback on the personality test. First, I would want you guys to do your own strength and weakness, and that was finding the purpose. And also take this professional personality test to see how it correlates with the one that you did. Because a lot of the times we're our worst critic, and we don't want to be truthful. And that accountability piece comes when you jot things down. I am addicted to writing things down. This says right here, I am kind, I am blessed, I am brilliant. This I just took down from my mirror because I'm showing you how real this is. This is not a game here. This takes time, and activation takes time. And so you have to be gentle with yourself. You just have to. And these are not things that people naturally would teach in a college setting, which I don't like. And this is why I created this platform. And I said, Alysha, let's do the work, because it's not something that comes natural for us Black and brown persons. And they say, oh, pray about it. Yes, I want to pray about it, guys, but you got to show up and do the work. Right? God can only do but so much. And I'm not here to preach about God and everything. You may have a spiritual connection with something else, but you have to do the work so it can manifest. And ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure. This is our end to my Confidence Boosting 101. This is where you can connect with Alysha and myself. We are on LinkedIn individually. We are together, the Career Mavericks, on Instagram, and also individually on Instagram. Please send us an email. Like we told Philip and the team that, you know, if you guys need questions answered, you have the 2-week opportunity to really get some feedback one-on-one with us. But I honestly would love to communicate with you guys right now. I know we wrap at 6. I know I kind of went off. I kind of went off on you guys on the appearance piece and the food, but you know what? You know, I'm a community advocate for health and wellness. And again, I would have been doing a disservice today if I didn't go deep on the cardiac part. I don't want to have persons of color, anyone overall, get their heart shocked because it's out of rhythm, because we're not managing correctly, and it affects your confidence. You don't want to be in a hospital bed, you know what I mean? So I thank you guys so much for signing up today. Thank you.
Jessica,
Yes.
Alysha, this has just been an amazing 45 minutes. I feel empowered.
Thank you.
You know, from listening to this, and I too subscribe to motivation and motivational thinking. I have a couple of questions myself for you in these next
Sure.
5 minutes before we close, and I'm sure the participants do as well.
Okay.
But in tip number 4, you talked about not comparing yourself
Yes.
to others. You know, can you just give us a little bit more about that? Because a lot of times we think that, I can't do that. I don't have what they have. You know, how do we defeat that line of thinking?
So that is such a great question. And so one thing I would say is developing the positive mindset, knowing that you are worthy, knowing that you are enough. And, you know, there's some good competition where you want to compare, but this is for the ones that get so stuck in the dark, watching what the next person is doing. I'm talking to you guys. You will get you will start getting so mesmerized, if that's the word, on someone else's journey that you're not showering. And I feel this is like the high level person that's comparing. They're not showering, Philip. They're not eating anymore. And a lot of the times your family will see that in you. So this is also helps with suicide prevention. And I know I'm going in, and I'm really glad that you asked this question. When you are comparing and you're getting overly consumed and it's taking over your productivity, your body, it's a problem. And a lot of the time we don't see it. And a lot of family members will tell me, like, this person is just not, they're not here. They're gone, they're lost. So positive mindset conditioning, affirmations, being so strategic, Philip, with the podcast that I just jotted down before. I love to call it reinforcement. You have to start putting good things in your ears, right? You have to start looking at the positive pictures in front of you. This is why I'm talking about putting these affirmations everywhere you go. If I can show you my room, it's pretty crazy, you know, because I love it, because it's so easy to just slip off and watching the next person in our field. And one thing that you will learn from Alysha, as you know, doing her workshop, is she talks about the role modeling, right? You want to, and I don't want to say copy, but you want a role model. You want to find someone out there that is so striving for excellence and greatness that you forgot about the comparison piece. Jot down one person that's killing it right now, killing it in the game in your field. and you'll see that you are no longer comparing it. Now you're more like a fan. Now they're your competition. So I would say change the word comparison to competition. Competition is very healthy. Gets the heart pumping.
I love it. I
So
love it.
using words that work is what my professor used to say. Use words that work. And Evelyn, I'm back to you, honey, because you said, oh, I don't know. And then you corrected yourself. You have to use the words that work.
Mhm.
And those are the positive words. Because remember what I said, Philip, earlier. The brain produces 10 negative thoughts a day. One positive thought will break through that. That's tough.
Right.
That's tough news. So we have to work so hard, guys. We have to work hard.
Right. And I'm checking in the comments field and the chats field to see if there are any questions or comments.
Talk to me.
There's a lot of good feedback. Evelyn said this was awesome.
Thank you.
Anyone wants to, say that you all did a great job. I got a couple more questions before I let you go.
Sure.
Yes.
I know. I'm in a hot seat.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but this is really good information. I listen to Eric Thomas. I've listened to, Les Brown. I've listened to, a lot of these folks, and all of this stuff is true. It's real.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things you talked about was practice makes perfect. And I really think we need to drive that piece home, because if you don't practice, the affirmations, if you don't practice these things, it's going to make it difficult for us to be successful in business. So,
Absolutely.
talk to us a little bit more, give us that little bit extra on practicing what it is that we want to become.
Excellent. So again, I spoke about the 3 pillars of the time management piece, right? If you are not organized, you're not going to have time to practice. So what I do is I use my Google Calendar and I set alerts. So you need to do more, right? So how do you do more when everything is happening? Everything is so important. Set reminders. So what I do, as I mentioned, I set it on my Google Calendar. I do a lot of speaking engagements, and I also want to make sure that my volume of my voice, and one of my things that I do to practice is record my voice 5 minutes, and then I move on. So you have to do things in manageable bite sizes. I think as persons of color, we want to just climb the mountain and absorb everything. Bite sizes, oh my God, if you can just set an alert or an alarm fill up for 5 minutes a day to do something to better your productivity, or to even if it's personal development, sit in silence and meditate. I didn't get to mention that because I kind of went in on the green foods and everything, kind of yelled at you guys. But the meditation piece, Philip, is how you will achieve that. And so you have to carve out the time. And if your alert goes off, it reminds you. I have 2 alerts. Like the one is like, okay, girl, let's go. The second was like, I'm not playing with you. And you can personalize it I can show you. It's like, girl, stop playing. You can personalize your alarms, guys, on, I don't know if you guys have an iPhone. And also I wanted to just share something about the practice. There's something, and I love a screenshot. I live this life. This is Jeff Bezos, the Amazon guy, right? And there's things that he says about practicing, right? And how you can take off with that. You only make 3 decisions per day. And I think I'm going to include this, Alysha, in the next slide and the next time. You only make 3 decisions a day. One of the decisions has to be about you doing something for yourself. Imagine that. So only 3 a day you're allowed, right? Also, do the most important things early in the day, which I spoke about. So if you have to practice, do it early in the day. Manage that time, right? Does it matter in 3 minutes? Probably, if it's about you getting something done. You have to be accountable, guys. And again, use systems, like I mentioned, use that Google Calendar, because the Post-it can't talk to you, right? This is more for reminders of how great you are. Right. You got to use a system. You have to have a system, guys, to practice.
Now listen,
you're not going to take off.
I've got 2 more questions, and I believe somebody said in the comments earlier you were preaching earlier, so you're going above, you're that extra value today. And so, but I got to get these 2 questions in because I think that they're really important. And you touched on seasons and being able to self-reflect and to kind of forgive ourselves in certain seasons. really expound on that, because our community, as you mentioned, we're under attack from a lot of different ways, whether it's real or perceived. But it's been a tough time for our community these last 18 months. Talk to us about really self-reflecting, forgiving ourselves, forgiving our community.
So really, really and truly, it's about what's in the heart, right? Because the heart is one of our biggest organs. And so if the heart is hurting, Philip, you're going to be hurting, right? I can't save the world if I can't save myself. Let me say that again. You cannot save the world if you can't save yourself. So the community has to take the latter, okay? So making that effort, getting up, washing your hair, getting up, eating a superfood, right? Again, we have variables that we can't control. Winter is about, let me see, December, it's about what, 4-month run? So every month you have to challenge yourself to do something to boost that energy. I mentioned yoga, okay? That is also a Western tradition. How many of us is taking deep breaths? How many of us are sitting planted? Deep breath in, 1, 2, 3. Deep breath out, 1, 2, 3. Simple things, anaerobic respiration helps you boost your confidence. We're not breathing properly. We're not holding our breath in properly. That affects your endorphins. You're going to be sluggish. You're going to be depressed. Are you drinking enough water in the winter months? Our skin is drier than a lot of other races. Okay, the sun loves us. We're sun goddesses. We're sun kings. We came from the diaspora. Understand that. So it's going to take longer for us to fight that depression, the sadness, right? The pay gaps. These are the things that when we reflect, a lot of things are going to come out. You're going to have Kleenexes. You're going to have a Kleenex next to you half the time because you're going to reflect. Am I worthy? Right? There's one thing that we do very well in our community. You got to pray about it. Mm-hmm. Pray about it, but share the experience. I have a book that's out. It shares a journey, the nurse's journey from entrepreneurship, leaving the bedside, storytelling. Why is there a stigma where we can't tell somebody that we're feeling down?
Right.
You understand? So you guys have to put yourself in a position where you're not going to look back, you're going to look forward, but you're going to tell us what is going on with you. As a nurse, I have to interview patients. They lie to me all the time. I know their medical history. We're not confident in Black and Brown to talk about things that we're going through. I can't help you guys if you can't help yourself. We have to be more transparent, Philip. We have to talk about it. We have to journal.
And Jessica,
you journal.
You just said a great number of things, and it looks like we brought out a really good comment here that I want to spend some time on. Wendy is saying that she wrote a book, and that she went that extra mile to write a book. She actually produced something, with her own talent and skill. And so the Chamber believes that a healthy community will be a productive community. And so that's why we have the Career Mavericks here with us today, and gonna have you all with us here throughout April. Wendy, congratulations on that book.
Congratulations, Wendy. And I love that you are on the plant-based diet wave.
Yes.
We are not supposed to be eating things that take so long to digest, ladies and gentlemen. We are made from dust. We will go back to dust. I don't want to scare you guys about that, but greens, food, grain food, very important, very important. And it's okay to be the one at the dinner table saying, you know what, I'm going to have a side salad. Who cares if your girlfriend's rolling their eyes? It's a culture shift. I can go on about nutrition alone, but it's okay to be the odd man out. I need us to feel comfortable with that. Yes. We're not comfortable, Philip, in our community.
Yes. And trust me, I'm here in Texas, and every meal is an event. So I understand completely what you're talking about. Now I've got to take us out here on this last question, and then I'm going to share a little bit of information from the Chamber. But you talked earlier about when you first met Alysha, and Alysha's from Canada, and you mentioned that you were drawn to her, and both of you all had something to offer the other. And it rolled up into one of your tips, tip number 8, on collaboration. The
Yes.
chamber believes that collaboration is also going to be one of those things that helps us to be more productive. Talk to us about the importance of letting go and working together as a community.
So the importance of that is, my mom would say, one hand can't clap together, right? Let's try that. Can somebody clap by themselves?
What does she
Like,
say? Say it again.
One hand can't clap,
Mm.
right? You need two. Yeah, my mom is like this awesome Jamaican woman. I'm gonna have her come. She's like the student, you know, she's like my instructor, my life instructor. And I talk about her in my book because she's a brilliant woman. And so once I understood that, it was game changing. Also, understanding your family's history. Philip, my mom is a first generation Jamaican. So our home was where persons came. I understood collaboration from birth. And I realized that once you understand the value of cheering someone else's on, your blessings will be endless. Let me say that again. I'm a blessings collector. I have to collect my blessings. It's something innate in me. So when I collaborate and I see that Alysha's thriving, I feel darn great. I may not even be in the room with her, but I'm cheering her on because I love my positive, I love the universe. And I need that back. You understand? So understand that when you're collaborating with someone, it may not be about you, but it's for you.
Right.
Think about that.
Right.
Get your blessings. And the blessing may not come from Alysha. It's going to come from another source. Show up, do the work, right? Shine bright, but also put the shine on someone else. Now we're here with you guys. Had I not collaborated with her, I may not have met you lovely people today. It's bigger than you. What is your why? What is your purpose? Why are you here? You know, it makes me emotional. I just love collaboration, and it has changed my life.
I love it. I love it. I love that answer. I love the response. Y'all are.
Oh God, Philip, listen, Philip, you need to be at a show because you know, I don't do.
Y'all cut that out now.
You better stop.
Y'all are coming back next Thursday.
Yes,
right?
we are.
Okay, and I want all of the panelists here, or excuse me, all the attendees here to come back. I want you all to schedule some time to come back and check out the Career Mavericks. And so I thank you all for attending today. The United States Black Chamber is definitely here to provide resources for our member businesses. And it's not just about the numbers. It's not just about marketing. It's about making sure that you are a solid entrepreneur. And that requires us to, take a look at, some of these different things that the Career Mavericks talk about here today. So I want to share just a little bit of information here in these last 30 to 45 seconds before we let you go. We have several resources that we provide to our chamber members. And one of the things that we have is an upcoming event. You can go to usblackchambers.org. And I want you to save this date, April 14th. Our health is tied to our wealth. So Jessica, she mentioned earlier about the importance of taking care of our bodies. Make sure that you tune in to this event. Go to uschambers.org and go ahead and register for that event and listen in. And if you don't get a chance to attend it live, make sure that you watch the video afterwards. And then beyond that, we also have opportunities to promote your business. So we're starting a platform called buyblack.us. by the United States Black Chamber. You can go to www.buyblack.us and you can register your business if you have not already done so. This will be the top platform for Black-owned businesses. We're going to launch a Black-owned minority certification. So I want to make sure that we present our businesses as those that are from the community when we go out to identify opportunities with major corporations and with the federal government, state and local governments as well. Also want you to continue browsing through some of our virtual webinars and some of our on-demand resources. Go to usblackchambers.org/webinars. Take a look at some of the things that we have to offer, and then make sure that you register for those events, just like you registered for this event today. So definitely check that out. And then the last thing, if you want to join the United States Black Chamber, if you're not a member, or if you want to join a local chamber, visit usblackchambers.inc/CARES Act and take a look at some of the resources that we have available, and definitely consider becoming a member, and not just a member, but an active member. So that's part of what we have to offer at the US Black Chamber. But then we also have dynamic speakers such as Jessica and Alysha, who have come here and have really, torn the roof off the place today. So I'm really proud to have these ladies here with us for the entire month of April. So I want to thank you all. Alysha, Jessica, any last parting words you want to make?
First off, thank you so much, Philip. This was an honor to be here. I'm all about empowering my community. And so this was a great opportunity. And closing remarks, just lead by faith, but do the work. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. You are great, you are worthy, and you're here for a reason. Define that purpose and the rest will fall into place. And please do the 21-day challenge. Message us, say, yes, girl, I did it. Or Jessica, it was hard. I want you really guys to really try. Try for 21 days. I know a new month is I would say start today, start tomorrow, but if you're a person that's like the calendar thing, just get started, do it. It'll be life-changing. Thank you guys again for joining in. Alysha?
Alysha, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. +1 to everything Jessica has said. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here. We hope you leave invigorated, wanting to be challenged, wanting to see the difference. And just a quick antidote, the partnership that we have with the US Black Chambers is because of our affirmations. Jessica and I in the winter months, like she said, we built our lists, we contacted schools, we contacted community organizations, we would not hear back, and slowly the phone started to ring, slowly deals were starting to get closed, and literally through our collaboration, we've been able to manifest this business. So please don't think that it's, oh, this isn't for me. This can be for you if you want it to be. You just have to trust and believe that it is, and it will come for you. So we're looking at 2 examples, 2 living testimonies of this great work.
Yes. Oh, one last thing, Alysha, don't beat me up. This is another life changer.
Well, are you about to say that one hand can't clap 2 times?
One hand can't clap. No, one hand can't clap, but I need you guys to get a sage stick. Okay, let's cleanse the air. Let's cleanse the air. This is a tribal, a native. I love rituals, Philip. Kill me. Beat me up. This works. Get a sage stick, invest $6. Helps. The scent alone will boost your confidence. This is good stuff. You see how tattered it is? All right.
I've heard it said that if someone says they don't like your sage burning, that means that the sage is working.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yes.
That's my contribution to
That's it.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, United States Black Chamber, definitely appreciate you all attending today. Jessica,
Thank you guys.
Alysha, you all are great.
Yes.
Everyone have a great evening. We're going to do this again next Thursday.
Please be safe, wash hands. Bye-bye.
Bye.